Two fighter pilots were flying over the Afghan desert when their aircraft were suddenly attacked by terrorists. Both pilots managed to eject, but as they descended by parachute, the militants on the ground immediately opened fire. One of the pilots was killed, but Claire survived. She fought back and managed to kill all of the attackers who confronted her. After the firefight, Claire continued walking through the endless desert and eventually came across a bunker partially buried beneath the sand. She tried everything she could to open the massive metal door, but it wouldn't budge. Just then, another group of terrorists appeared and began shooting at her. Suddenly, one of the terrorists fired a missile that struck the bunker door. Claire immediately seized the opportunity and rushed inside before the attackers could reach her. The bunker led deep underground through a stairwell descending into complete darkness. Knowing the terrorists were close behind, Claire hurried down the steps. As she moved farther inside, the equipment scattered throughout the bunker suggested that secret scientific experiments had once been conducted there. In one of the rooms, Claire discovered the body of a dead doctor. Next to the corpse were documents detailing experimental research, along with a recording device. Meanwhile, the terrorists also entered the bunker. One of them found a control panel and switched on the lights, revealing a long corridor lined with large glass containment chambers. Inside each one was a strange creature. Taking advantage of their distraction, Claire attacked the terrorists from behind. During the gunfight, a stray bullet shattered one of the glass chambers, releasing the creature trapped inside. One of the terrorists lingered near the shattered chamber. Without warning, the creature suddenly came to life, grabbed the man from behind, and brutally tore him apart. Claire fought her way past the remaining attackers and rushed back up the stairs. She reached the exit, but suddenly a terrorist grabbed her leg. At that moment, the same creature lunged at the terrorist and dragged him down the stairs. The creature then turned toward her and attacked, but she managed to escape the bunker just in time. Another terrorist appeared nearby, but when he saw the creature behind the sealed door, fear overtook him and he fled. After wandering for a long time, Claire finally reached a road. An army vehicle stopped and Sergeant Hook stepped out, telling her they had been searching for her. When he asked about her fellow pilot, Claire explained that her partner had died protecting her. Sergeant Hook took her back to the military base, where Claire reported everything she had seen inside the bunker to the commanding officer. The officer dismissed her claims, insisting there was no bunker in that region. Then, Claire was sent to the medical camp for evaluation. While there, she recognized one of the captured terrorists. It was the same man who had fled after seeing the creature. Soon after, Sergeant Hook visited her, and she once again described the bunker in detail. She argued that the bunker might be hidden from above, but confirmed that it existed and had been chained shut with Russian writing on the door. The captured terrorist, who understood Russian, explained that the words on the door said, "Do not open this." Meanwhile, inside the underground bunker, all the dormant creatures had awakened. Back at the base, Claire confronted the captured terrorist, whose name was Kabir, accusing him of destroying her aircraft and killing her partner. Kabir explained that he was only a driver and never intended to hurt anyone. He said he had been forced into serving the militants to protect his family. While they were talking, the creatures that had escaped from the underground bunker attacked the military base. One of the monsters made its way to the tent where Claire and Kabir were hiding. When Claire tried to flee, the creature leapt at her and wrapped its long, sticky tongue tightly around her neck. Kabir quickly grabbed a weapon, sliced through the creature's tongue, and then stabbed it again and again until it collapsed. Within a short time, the base was completely overrun. Dozens of soldiers were slaughtered, leaving the camp in ruins. The few survivors retreated into a large metal container, sealing the doors from the inside to protect themselves. Sergeant Hook confronted Kabir, demanding answers about the bunker and the creatures. Kabir explained that he had not even been born during the time of the Russian invasion. He said that during those years, a mysterious object had fallen from the sky. After that, people started vanishing without a trace. Sometimes the missing villagers were later found dead, their bodies torn apart and partially eaten as though they had been attacked by wild animals. Terrified, the villagers organized a hunt to find whatever was responsible. Kabir's father led the group, but the mission ended in disaster. 46 villagers, including Kabir's father, were killed. The next day, the survivors cautiously unlocked the container and stepped outside. The base was completely silent. Not a single body remained. However, they did find one dead monster near the camp. Its appearance was horrifying, a twisted combination of human and animal features that made no sense. Asking the camp doctor to identify what kind of enemy they were facing, the doctor explained that the creature's skin was incredibly thick and tough, making it extremely difficult to kill. He then cut into the outer layer of the skin and realized that the creature's internal organs were entirely human. At that moment, the base commander revealed that in 1979, an unidentified spacecraft entered Earth's atmosphere and crashed in Siberia. He explained that after the crash, Russian scientists were sent to investigate. Inside the spacecraft, they discovered alien bodies. They combined alien DNA with human DNA, creating hybrid beings that were stronger, faster, and more violent than ordinary humans. To keep these experiments hidden from the world, the Russians built a secret research facility far from their own country, deep beneath the deserts of Afghanistan. The bunker Claire had discovered was part of that covert operation. One of the soldiers suggested that they gather whatever supplies remained and escape immediately. Hook shut down the idea, explaining that their vehicles had only half a tank of fuel left, and traveling on foot would mean certain death. Before anyone had a chance to react, the creature suddenly sprang back to life and charged straight at Claire. Kabir rushed in to protect her, but this time his strike failed to stop the monster. Then the commander pulled the pin from a grenade and detonated it at close range, sacrificing his own life to destroy the creature in a powerful explosion. The remaining survivors agreed to return to the underground bunker and erase everything inside, even if it meant they wouldn't make it out alive. They told Kabir he was free to leave if he chose, but Kabir refused and said that he would stay and fight beside them to avenge his father. The team made their way back to the bunker and carefully set explosives throughout the facility, planning to destroy it entirely. Just as they were preparing to leave, a creature suddenly attacked Sergeant Hook and dragged him down into the depths of the bunker. Moments later, Claire heard Hook's voice echoing from below. Realizing he was still alive, she insisted on going back down to rescue him. Wills secured a steel cable from the army jeep to the damaged elevator shaft so the team could lower themselves safely. They descended into the darkness and began searching the bunker for Hook. Shortly after, Wills contacted Claire over the radio with urgent news. A missile strike had been authorized and would hit their position in just 20 minutes. The countdown had already begun, leaving them very little time to complete their mission. In another corridor, Claire entered a massive chamber. When she switched on the lights, she found the original alien that had crashed on Earth decades earlier. With time running out and countless creatures still roaming the bunker, they pushed forward. Above ground, Wills suddenly found himself surrounded by terrorists who had arrived at the bunker. Wills took cover behind the jeep and returned fire, holding them off as best he could. Back underground, most of Claire's team were killed by the creatures. Eventually, only Claire, Kabir, and one other soldier remained alive. Believing Hook was dead, they headed back to the elevator in their final attempt to escape. They signaled Wills to pull them up, but he was still under attack and unable to operate the lift. As they waited, several creatures attacked the elevator. One of them grabbed Kabir and tried to drag him away. As Kabir struggled, he noticed a wristwatch on the creature's arm, the same watch his father had always worn. Above them, the jeep anchoring the elevator cable began sliding towards the shaft. Kabir shouted at Claire to get out immediately. She jumped out just in time as the jeep plunged into the bunker, killing both Kabir and the creature that had once been his father. At the same time, the terrorists captured Wills and prepared to execute him. But before they could pull the trigger, Hook and Claire emerged from behind and shot the terrorists. The three remaining survivors spotted the missile racing towards them in the distance. With only 1 minute left before impact, they jumped into a nearby vehicle and sped away from the bunker. Seconds later, the missile struck its target. A massive explosion tore through the desert, collapsing the bunker entirely.